you must make the decision to win, or you've automatically made the decision to lose. That's it. You lose the day by default. So if you want to win the day, it's an intention. You have to make that decision every single morning. I can't make it today for tomorrow. Obviously, you can do things in terms of preparing, so it's a bit of a less lift, less friction points in the way. But essentially, when you wake up in the morning and your eyes open, because I'm not a morning person, which is pretty surprising to a lot of people when they hear about win the day. I need a process to get my butt out of bed and allow me to show up the way I want to show up for the people who depend on me. So that's doing something. So first of all, let's make the decision to win, acknowledging that the day is there to be won or lost. You must make that decision to win. Second is doing something difficult. I call that the sacrifice phase. For me, it's a cold shower. I don't do it for all of the Andrew Huberman style benefits and all of that. I'm not geeking out too much. I love all that, but I don't geek out too much. I do it because it shocks me into an energetic state and gives me sustained productivity for the entire day. I don't care about anything else. That is why I do that. And then I get a coffee about 90 minutes after waking up. I sit in the sunshine in my backyard and I do a journal where I look at how my energy was being allocated on that exact same day for the previous 4 years, because I've got that captured in a journal app that I use, which is great. And I'm a writer by trade, so I just writing is something that I love to do. And then I write down what is like a recap of, what's sort of unique about the last 24 hours where my energy was being allocated. Then I write down one thing I'm feeling grateful for, not thinking, what am I feeling grateful for? And then I write down 3 things that would make today a win. And when I do that and those 3 things, as you know, they nag away at you until you get them done.
100%.
And on Monday, I have something, I've never shared this on the show before, but I have a slightly different template where it adds in something called the weekly moonshot, where I add 1 or 2 things that I want to accomplish that week, or that I will accomplish that week. And then on Friday, I have a slightly altered template where I then check in. I copy and paste what those weekly moonshot goals are, because it's still Friday morning, meaning I have a full day left in the week to be able to tick off the things on that list. So that's the way. And once I go through that process, it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter how I'm feeling. I have a process, and then all I need is a 3-hour block of work, uninterrupted. And that's why I don't usually schedule podcasts or anything, whether I'm hosting or whether I'm a guest. I don't want to see or hear from anybody until about 1 p.m. I've got all that stuff ticked out. And I feel like, I know you talk about this with an early start as well. I feel like no matter what happens after that, I've won the day. Everything's amazing, and I'm so much better for it.